keep on trying. I'm about that life, never quit. I'm about that life, keep on striving. I'm about that life, keep on pressing. I'm about that life, keep on shining. I'm about that life, keep on dreaming. I'm about that life, never stopping. I'm about that life. It's a dream thing, y'all.
Singer, actress, dancer, rising star, incredible onstage talent, leading lady. So many things to say about today's guest. Today on About That Life, Lauren Mariasoosay. Lauren! Yay! I'm so happy you're on here with me today, looking so cute with your bun head.
My little bun.
Yes. If I had known, I would have joined you because I'm always down for a bun.
I
Absolutely.
know. It
Loops
just
and a
helps
bun.
us. Hoops and a bun will always be the moment.
Yep, absolutely. So I want everybody to know how we know each other. I believe I met you in 2017 when you joined the cast of Teatro Martini, the dinner theater show that we were
Was
working.
it that long ago?
I think so. If I'm wrong, please
Oh,
correct me.
no, I think you're so right. It really was that long ago.
Yeah. So everyone, I've mentioned Teatro Martini on the show in the past, but I just want to dive in a little bit more deeper for what it actually is. It was a dinner cabaret show in Buena Park, California. It was more on the adult side, more
Yes.
adult
Sort of,
friendly.
yeah, sort of burlesque-ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cirque acts and everything else.
Yes.
It's really amazing. And Lauren joined as a dancing jewel, so it was one of the dancing waiters.
Mhm.
They were really cute. They looked like little winches and stuff, like little pirate winches. And she also then became an understudy for Wanda, who was once the maid, but then became
Mhm.
the stage manager. And that's kind of how we met. And I remember one of your very first rehearsals, we were just sitting there and I was just talking about how beautiful your voice was and how just like quick you were on catching everything on and everything. You were just so kind. And then we started talking about somebody that I really admired, Oriana Hillard. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know her?
Oh, I
Because I
love
had,
Ori.
yes, I never worked with her, but I ran across her a few times and auditioning for things in Northern California. So I was like, okay, you like Oriana, I already like you.
She is incredible. I grew up with Ori. We went to the same dance studio. I think I met her when I was 4 years old,
Mhm.
and then I watched her graduate high school and like start this amazing career that she's led in her life. She's
Yes.
a good one. She's good people.
And I didn't know because working at Disneyland, we also that's our also other connection is that we worked at Disneyland at the same time.
Yes.
But she was in a different part of the entertainment, portion of the company. We didn't really like run into each other too much, but I would hear your voice during the Elena show.
Oh my God.
It would just come over the speakers, and I was like, "Wow, that is whoever that is." And then when I found out it was you, I
It was
was like, "It
blasting.
makes sense."
Oh my God.
Not in a bad way, girl. No, 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 no. That voice was coming through the speakers
Holy.
like velvet. It was beautiful. I was
Oh.
like, whoever that is, like,
I was so little too. I think I was 19.
oh,
I was a kid, so and it was 15 minutes straight of just belting. And so when you're young like that and your cords are made of steel, you're just like, "Ah!"
yeah, no, it was the part where you go, my time. It was
So
like,
high.
oh, I was like, who is this? And
That
then
was
lo and behold, I was working with you at Teatro.
We had so much fun.
Yeah, so that's how we met everybody, just doing the regular actor gig life. And sometimes you end up, and not even sometimes, a lot of times you meet amazing people
Yeah.
that if you get to keep in contact, it's a true blessing. And I'm just so grateful to know you. I will
I'm
get in,
grateful to know you.
I will get into how much I love and adore Lauren's personality, her heart, and her talent a little bit later in this interview. Obviously, I've talked about her being in Hamilton. She's now in the Angelica tour of Hamilton playing Eliza Hamilton. Yes. She was in Cat's Northern American tour. She was in the Latin North American tour, and she was also in the original Canadian cast of Six the musical. I also want to talk about we've already mentioned Elena of Avalor at Disney and Pocahontas, and you were an ensemble swing in Frozen Live at the Hyperion. That is just some of her credits, everybody. Can you mention your schooling and your training and everything else as well?
Yeah, I actually went to community college first because I kind of stepped into singing really late in the game. So I had catch up to play. I'd been an actor dancer my whole life, and so I had to play catch up. So I went to Fullerton Junior College first and did their little repertory program for musical theater there. And I transferred into Cal State Fullerton and got my BFA at good old Cal State Fully. And I graduated in 2020, so the world was kind of shut down at the time. So
Wow, I didn't know that.
I slept through my virtual graduation. I didn't set an alarm. I was dead to the world.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people were that wasn't a good time to graduate.
It was okay for me because I had been working through college to obviously pay for like my degree and housing and car and whatever it may be. So like I was really already like, I have made peace with I don't have to go to school anymore. I just need the paper. You can send it to my address. It's fine. So I kind of like luckily had already made peace with the world kind of being in the state it was. And it was the first time I had a break. Like I had never had a break in my life.
It was a really long hiatus. Yeah.
It was. It was.
So while in school, were there any shows that I'm sure you were in productions? Were there any that were your favorite?
Oh my God. I loved I did American Idiot at Fullerton College, which was a game changer for me. And it just seemed to be a perfect storm of really like excited people who are ready to make like a political statement, ready to make an artistic statement. And it really solidified like, oh yeah, like this is really what I want to do. That show was amazing.
Oh, that's a great segue because I was going to ask, when did Lauren get bit with the theater bug?
Oh, I loved dancing and acting for so long, but my first show, I feel like it's most people's first show, but I did The Wizard of Oz in
Oh, okay. Yeah.
my senior year of high school. I did The Wizard of Oz. I was so scared to sing, and then I finally just like, no, let's just do it. Let's try it, and let's see how it goes. And it was adorable. My dog was Toto. It was great. It was so cute and silly. It was the first time I heard a full orchestra. It was the first time I did anything like that, and I got the bug, and I was like, "Yep, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna have to figure out how now." And luckily, did miraculously by the grace of God and all that's good out there in the universe. Truly,
I love this because I'm learning now that your singing ability came later.
late, very
Yeah.
late. I was
And
horrified.
I mean, I think you're a triple threat, honestly. I think you can, all of the lanes that you have accomplished, singing, dancing, and acting, that you bring so much heart into all of those areas that that's why I say you are a triple threat. But I understand that obviously over time, certain talents come first, and
Yeah.
that happens with us. But I never would have thought singing came later. That's just amazing. So, did you ever believe you would be having the career you've had so far?
No, no. I think what's so funny too about I don't know, this could just be the way I grew up, and if I'm gonna be like honest and very deep about it, it could just be the way that because I came in late to the game. Also, I looked different than all the kids that were doing what I was doing. I was the only like little Indian kid at the bar in ballet with my bob. Like, I had like this crazy bob cut to my ear until I was like 13. So
I'm just picturing this Bob right now. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh.
so funny. No, it's like this little bowl cut. Like I just looked so different than everyone growing up that I think so much of my imposter syndrome was like, okay, we're gonna work as hard as we can possibly work, and we're gonna be a workhorse, and we're gonna make it happen somehow. But you never really know if you're going to. I think you go into this going, I'm gonna try as hard as I can, and then when it does happen, it's almost like okay, okay, let's ride the wave and see where it goes. And then the more you build, I think the more I started realizing, especially on this contract, I was like, oh, I was always meant to be here. I just didn't realize it. Um,
That's right, girl. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, it took time. It took time for like my confidence and my humility to like hold hands. It took a really,
Mm,
really long time for me to be able to like walk that line between humility and like self-deprecation and realize that humility and confidence had to be friends. And so
mm.
it was a long journey for me. I'd even say like I'm still grappling with it sometimes now, but this experience specifically Hamilton is really like really solidified like oh I've always been meant to be the leading lady. It just had to be the right time and right moment.
Yeah, I attest to that. Let's just talk about it real quick. I was bawling, guys. I'm telling you, when I saw her, she came to my hometown of Dayton, Ohio, and I happened to be there. It just worked out. I was already planning to go see my family, and I looked up and I said, "Oh wait, her tour is going to actually be coming to Dayton." And she played at the
Crazy.
Center. I know, and I was sitting there just watching the whole time. Like I knew you were coming out. I knew when, Eliza and this, the three sisters come out. I'm just waiting, anticipating. I'm loving it, the rest of the show because I've never seen it live. I've only seen it on Disney Plus.
Right.
So I'm enjoying everyone else, but I'm obviously only there to see you. And I'm just like, when is she coming? Hurry up and come. And then you come out and I'm like, oh, I'm
Crazy
just
watching
crying the
your
whole
friends and
time.
things. It's so crazy watching your friends and things. I get emotional the minute I see their foot step out. I'm like, oh my God.
Mhm.
Just
Yep.
such a beautiful experience to watch our friends do what they do best. It's
Yes.
so exciting.
And not that you just did it best, but you blew me away. You blew me away because you are a leading lady and you stepped into that. I know it's probably been a testing journey to, like you said, talking about confidence, but you stepped into it. You did it, girl, and you surprised me. I already knew how the show ended. I know everything about it. I've watched
I
it
know.
on Disney Plus, but it was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't see Lauren right now. I don't see her at all. And then, of course, that one number, I forget the name of it, but the one where you're ripping up the notes and putting it in the fire.
Burn. Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I was like, I'm done. So by the time at the end, when you just take your last little breath, I'm like, I'm done.
It messed up. Well, it's also probably too. You haven't really seen me do anything since I was like little. Like I was like 22 maybe.
Yeah. I've only seen you play Disney princess. I've only
We've
seen clips of Pocahontas, and I've seen, Lena of Avalor, but that's it. That's it.
I know it's crazy. I feel like Hamilton is one of those things where yeah, it'll change everything about you, break down everything about you that you thought you knew.
Mhm,
And
and I tried to keep it together when I saw you at the end. She was so sweet. She took me backstage and everything, but I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna be cool." But then I saw you come out the door, and I was like, "I'm sorry, Lauren, but I love you. You were amazing."
after apologizing, I was crying too. I hadn't seen you in years, and it was
Yeah.
one of those. It's so exciting to share anything like that with people who've known you for so long.
I was just so proud. I kept telling my mom because I was with my mom and my cousin, and I was like, "I'm so proud of her. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm so proud of
From
her."
Teatro.
Yes. So let's walk through the journey from Cats to Aladdin to Six to now Hamilton. How much of a gap in years was that all of this success happening?
Oh, Taj. Oh my God. The most I've ever gotten in between contracts is about 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So, and Aladdin kind of came out a surprise because Cats ended. I was in final callbacks for a few shows at the time, and I was like, well, I don't know. I guess if none of these work out, that's okay. I go back to LA or I decide to move to New York. That's totally fine. Aladdin panned out, but I had to start rehearsals 2 weeks in 2 weeks, and so I was like, oh my gosh.
When they do that, don't you?
Well, they really do be doing that, and every single situation I've been in, I've been like, oh my gosh, I only have a few weeks. Um, but amazing. Every show I've done has taught me so much not just about the industry, but like about myself and how I need to move about the world in a way that's healthy for me, good for the show, good for my friends, good for my family. Like it's taught me a lot. Aladdin was very difficult because the dancing was so athletic, and so was Cats. Like I mean, Cats was crazy, but Aladdin was hard in a different way. And then I left Aladdin early. I left about 8 months in because I got Six. And Six had been a dream since I heard the Cast album. I wanted to be Par. I heard it and I was like, I have to be a part of this somehow, some way, shape, or form. I don't know when or how, but like, I have to make that happen. I had been in finals for the Broadway replacement when Mariasoosay left. So I made it to finals for then, and it didn't end up panning out. The amazing Joy Woods ended up taking it over, who
I'm
is
sorry.
who is equal parts talented as goofy and kind. Um, a wonderful person that I got to meet through that process and have gotten to see her stars shine.
I'm
Like
so jealous.
she is as goofy as she is online, as she is in person, as kind. Like she is everything that people say about her is so irrevocably true. Wonderful person, deserves for that star to rise until it breaks the abyss, really. Um, she ended up getting it, but then I got the call for Canada, and they were like, "Would you want to join this cast?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." Canada's home, and Toronto. I got to live there for a year and do Six, so it was like I got to have my own apartment, got to live in the city, got to see every part of Toronto that is amazing. I love that city, and then we ended up closing early, about a month early. But I was going to leave early for Hamilton anyways. I had to end that contract short. So then I got about 3 weeks before I came to rehearsals for Hamilton. So I've been
I'm
blessed.
sorry. That is a toot your horn, okay? Because I know that you were on another podcast with a friend of ours, Gabby Jackson. And-
Abby!
yes. And I know this is during quarantine, and you were talking about, and I thought it was so beautiful that you were so open about some of the bullying that you had experienced.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Yeah, college was a whirlwind.
And I don't ever agree with like throwing your success in front of people, but I'm gonna just say to the bullies, okay, to anybody
Right.
that bullied Lauren or any of the haters, I hope you are tasting your own medicine. I hope you are. I hope you are.
Karma works in a funny way. I hope that everyone is. It's so weird now because how many years has it been? It's been 5 since I graduated. I look back a lot and I was like, oh my everything that mattered so much. I look back and I'm like, wow, none of that mattered because look where you are. Everything is fine. You're okay. Nothing that anybody said was true, and you're here.
Yeah, you've been out of school for 5 years and you've accomplished all of that. Like,
Yeah, which is like I always say, like equal parts hard work and equal parts luck too. Like so much of it is like I was just in the right space at the right time and they were looking for what I had to offer. And I think that's half of what success is you were in the right room at the right time and also you worked really freaking hard to get there too.
yeah. And I think also people who are sitting in the room and you're in there auditioning for them, they can't help but see the beautiful personality that is coming from you. So they want to be around that. They want you to be in their shows. They cast you because not only just your talent, but your personality. You have a good
Yeah.
heart. And they're like, we can't deny her this. Come on, let's put her on this show. Like, come on. And I'm sorry, again, I understand why people hate. I do. I get it. But sometimes at some point you just gotta be like, I can't deny that this person is talented. I just have to admire instead of being jealous. You know what I mean?
I
That's what
always
Gabby taught me.
I
Gabby said
always
jealousy is
yes.
admiration.
Abby, I hope she's doing well. Oh, she is so beautiful inside and out.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this episode. It really means a lot. And you know what you could do to help me out even more? You can hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons down below. I even heard there's a hype button now. Now back to the episode.
Did you ever think about doing something else as a profession?
No. I come from an immigrant household, so like I tried to compromise with my dad specifically, my dad is South Indian from Malaysia, so a lot of that like cultural background is very much like science, medical, or tech based, and so I was really kind of expected to fall into one of those categories. And I did. I thought about, I did an internship in high school at the hospital at the physical therapy kinese unit. I did that for 2 years, got up at 5, showed up at 6, was there until 8, went to school, like did the whole thing to be like, oh, maybe I can travel with a ballet company or a musical theater company. Like maybe I can be adjacent to the world. And then I did that musical. I did Wizard of Oz when I was 17. And I was like, nope, I think I'm gonna do this forever, and I'll have to figure it
Yes.
out. But and it took a while for my dad to come around. It like took years actually, but I'd say that I think once the third contract rolled in, my dad was like, "Oh, so you can do this," and it was very much like It's seldom what I'm doing, but I can. Like my journey is very lucky. There's not a lot of people who look like me who have been able to do what I do, but I'm somehow making it happen. So trust.
Yes. So you are a singer, dancer, and actress. If you had to choose one of those skills to do for the rest of your life and discontinue the others, which one would you choose?
I think acting. And I think it's because I don't know. I feel like in every room I've been in, even as like an ensemble member or an understudy, um, all the feedback I've gotten from creative has been like your acting stands out amongst the three. It's grounded, it's real, it's genuine, and it's truthful. And like that's the reason I have, even when I've fallen behind in some parts of dance, because I wasn't ready to do Cats, the Broadway musical at 22 after a pandemic. My body wasn't ready to do that, but I made it through because the other two were at a level to where it was like, okay, maybe we can teach her. And because of my grit, I was like, I have to look like everyone else here. So I'm going to work really hard in the dance department, pull it up, and not just lean on the other two. But I feel like acting has always been the thing that tied it all together for me. I loved doing the Nutcracker because I loved the acting portion of it. I loved doing competition dance because of the acting portion of dance. I loved to sing because I loved the story that singing is able to tell, but that's because of the acting. So I feel like if I had to choose one of the three, my knees don't work no more, my cords are tired, then I can do a straight play. I can try to do TV film. Like that would be the goal.
Oh, I love that answer. I would choose acting too. I mean, I'm a mover, so I guess I would only have the choice of between singing and acting, but I do love the choice.
No, but you've always been such a strong actress and vocalist. Yeah, but like,
Girl, you sweet.
no, no, I've known you for so many years. It's true.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Also, I just want to say that when I found out that you were in Hamilton with Mara Harmon,
Oh,
I
Marsha, yes, she's
lost
insane.
it. She was so sweet when I met her because she came out before you did, during the stage tour.
Hmm.
And I told her, I said, I saw you in Aida years ago in this same theater, and it changed my life. And she was
She
like,
talked to me about that too. She's like, "Isn't it funny?" She saw me in Aida, and I was like, "You've had a fan for years, girl."
if you were a punctuation mark, what would you be?
Oh my god!
I'm getting deep here, girl.
If I were a punctuation mark, oh my gosh, I think an exclamation point.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Because I feel like they're very like I feel like whenever I put an exclamation point, it's like strong and like knows exactly what it is, what it's doing. It's barreling through. And
Passion.
yeah, I feel like that is a lot of like
Yeah.
at least what the insides of me feel.
Yeah.
What's on the inside?
Did you ever have a major up and a down in your life with this career pursuit?
Oh my god, yeah. Many. I feel like it's constantly an up and a down. But and while that's the nature of our industry, you kind of get used to it, but at the same time it takes its toll. So it's like I think I think the biggest up for me has been opening this show was crazy for me. I think the first time I ever stepped out to do the finale, to do Who Lives, Who Dies, it always dawns on me really, when you hear those first chords for Eliza at the end, it really made me, I felt like I was watching myself in that moment the first time I did it. I felt like I was watching my kid self. It was wild. It was crazy. I've never really felt like that before. Putting on the costumes and singing through it the first time, meeting Alex Lacamoire, meeting Lin-Manuel Miranda, like meeting all these people who have been part of such an incredible legacy, especially for people who look like us. You know what I mean? People who the whole entire Black and brown diaspora, people who have been fighting for us for such a long time behind the table, to be a part of something like that it just felt bigger than me somehow. I feel like the low for me was when it finally dawned on me that sometimes the dream can also be really hard work. And that it took me a really long time to not feel guilty for feeling tired when I was living a dream that everybody in our industry wants. It felt like I was battling my brain and my heart for a really long time. And I was like, but I've always wanted to be here. How come I'm so tired and like slightly unhappy? Like, how can I like be living this dream I always wanted and it feels like work? It feels like I'm tired. I think battling through that part of my life was very difficult. Being able to hold two truths at once was hard for me. When you work for something your whole life and it turns out being much harder than you thought it would ever be is kind of shattering in a weird way.
What else do you yearn to do in the future?
Oh, I mean, for the industry things, I'd love to do TV film. I haven't had a Broadway debut yet. I would love a Broadway debut. I would love to be in New York, live in New York, experience
Gonna
that
happen.
film
It's gonna
myself.
happen. It's probably
Yeah,
gonna happen next year.
yeah,
The way you going, girl.
that is the ultimate dream. I think for me personally, just as a person, I'd love to relish in the slow moments more. I'd love to relish in the morning coffee. I'd love to relish in the walk in Central Park on a rainy day. I think for me personally, the goal is to sit in the slower moments a little bit more, because life will only get a little bit more chaotic and crazy if the career continues to jump up. So while I'd love for the career to jump up, I'd love to also have my spirit sit in the places that bring me peace too. It's so hard because when I have these huge aspirations for myself to build more of a career, I also have these aspirations for my like heart and my spirit to relish in things that are slow too.
And
Weird.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's not weird at
Right.
all. It's not.
Right.
That's just human nature. We want a little bit of everything, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We want our success and then we want to be able to go on a vacation.
Yeah. And
You know?
just like have dinner with your friends on a Sunday night, or host a dinner party, sit with your cat in front of the TV, like things that are just like for my nervous system, just help it like even out.
Yeah. And I hope all those things do happen for you, you know?
Me too, girl. Me too.
Absolutely. Don't feel bad. It's like it's still work though. You know, you
It
are
is.
up on that stage working, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how long does the show run?
The show is 3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. So yeah.
And
And then you gotta be there
we have
before the
eight
prep
shows a
and
week. Yeah, eight
yeah,
shows a week.
that's work.
It is. It is.
I
It's
mean,
basically a 9
you're
to
not
5.
clocking in, but you signing in right on the call board.
Absolutely. And the way you prepare for your show starts at the beginning of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Physical, vocal warm up, everything, mental, everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's work. I mean, you worked hard for it, but it's still work.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
earned it, girl. All right. So, Lauren, we are down to the last question. This has been a beautiful conversation, and I thank you so much. The last question is: do you like yourself?
I think, like anyone, I like parts of myself, and there's also other parts of myself I know need a lot more work and care and attention. Um, but there are so many parts of myself that I do like and that I do love. Um, I I think it really depends on sometimes the day that people are asking me which one seems to pop out a little bit more. I feel like today I definitely am in the positive mindset of like, yeah, I do like myself. I'm pretty cool. And I'm pretty grounded and pretty gracious and kind and yeah. But then there are days where sometimes I feel like the parts of myself that I deem as a little bit less worthy seem to shine through a little bit more. And on those days, I would tell somebody, I don't necessarily really like myself right now. But right now is the key term. It never lasts forever. The me not liking myself never is permanent. It just comes in spurts, which is more than it used to be when I was younger growing up. I felt like it used to be a nope, I don't like myself. And that was like the permanent. And then I liked myself sometimes. But I feel like now those tables have flipped as I've grown older. I'm 28 now, which is crazy, and seeing my 30s over the hill, I think I've just grown into myself a lot more and like myself generally a lot more than I used to. But it's kind of ebbing and flowing. But today I feel like, yeah, I'm very grounded and kind and gracious, and I have the people around me that show me that I am those things every day too.
Well, I love that because I like you, you know. I
I like
I
you
already
too.
said that earlier, but I do. I think not just because of your talent, I think a lot of times as performers, we get admiration a lot for our talent, and
Yeah.
then that builds our validation only based on our talent. And
Right.
I suffered from that for a very long time, feeling like the only value in me is my talent because I'm getting all this attention and
Right.
had to do the work on what is it about me besides my talent that makes me valuable.
And feeling the need to perform as a means to gain validation is so tough. And I think you're in good company with so many actors that feel that way. I felt that way for a long time too. Like we're certainly not alone.
Mhm.
And it's tough.
And
What
that's
we
why I love
chose.
doing this show.
Yes.
I just
Yes.
love having this community and having this conversation and getting to know people that I already love and adore. And again, I like you and I love that you're in this space right now because you have put in the work. And I hope more and more horizons come for you, more and more mountains that you get to climb. And if it happens to be next year, then I guess I'm gonna have to fly out to New York
You have a place to stay with
again
me always. You
because
have
I
a
was
place
just
to
there.
stay.
Right, I will come out to New York to see this amazing Broadway debut because I have to see it, and I will be a mess, but it's okay.
We'll be a mess together, and then
Yeah,
we'll go get some midnight food in New York City and have a night.
please, I'm down. Well, thank you so much for this beautiful conversation, Lauren. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time on About That Life. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And tune in next week when I talk to Broadway star Shelley Denton. See you next time. Bye.